My beautiful sister, some of you are asking, what can I do for money, or how can I make money in this season? When you need to be asking, who does the Lord want me to be? How can I focus on pursuing my purpose and allow the resources to naturally follow me? My dear, this is not the time to focus on money and chasing the bag, because honestly, as women of faith, we are not called to chase the bag. We are called to pursue purpose, okay? Welcome to Healed Woman. If you clicked on this video, you are at the right place at the right time, girlfriend, because today, whether you are an OG subscriber or a first-time visitor, we are wrapping up a very beautiful and impactful study that we have been conducting on this channel for the past, honestly, 2 months. We have covered everything from speaking the King's language to leveling up in the kingdom to healing to knowing your worth and raising the price of what it costs to access you, my dear. And that has all been a part of the Virtuous Woman study. My dear, if this is the first or last video that you are watching in this series, I do encourage you to check out the others. They are linked in the description box below, because we have covered everything you need to begin walking as a queen, empowered, invincible, powerful, unlocked all of your feminine energy, positivity, and everything that makes you beautifully, wonderfully, and fearfully made, just like the Lord made you, my dear. Today, I figured we need to wrap up on a powerful note before we dive into another assignment for the remainder of the year. And I figured we gotta talk about the money, honey, okay? My name is Samara Bharath. I am your host and founder here at Healed Woman, and I welcome you to my channel. We are a thriving, growing community of women on fire for 2 things. 1, to become women of extraordinary faith, valor, and worth. And 2, we are dedicated to overcoming toxic mindsets that hold us back from everything God has for us through Christ-centered recovery. So with that in mind, I really want you all to let me know, have you been tuning into the series? How have you enjoyed it? What are your major takeaways? What was your favorite video in this series? I will be linking all of them. They're in a special playlist. Of course, you can find those on my channel. And I would love to know, what would you like to see in the future? I'm currently brainstorming with the Holy Spirit on what we're about to cover on Healed Woman here at Healed Woman. And I'm super excited to see what he's going to take us through over the next couple of months. Okay, my dear? Today, we are addressing the last, definitely not the least, point in being a virtuous woman, and that is she is prosperous, okay? And I definitely wanted to define prosperity as something, well, quite literally, and then also what it means in the spiritual realm, okay? When people hear prosperity, they typically tend to associate it with money, material gain, being rich, being wealthy, okay? And those, while that's correct, while prosperity can be, it's synonymous with financial gain and abundance in the kingdom, okay? Success and prosperity and abundance and living well and wealth are defined vastly different, okay, my dear? So in the world, according to the dictionary, like Merriam-Webster, okay, prosperity is defined by material measures, but in the kingdom, we measure things differently, okay? It's not limited to financial gain. It is also the prosperity and the health of your relationships, okay? It is how you are prospering in your purpose, where a cent doesn't have to touch you for you to be successful, okay, my dear? A cent doesn't have to follow you. We're talking about dollars and cents. Doesn't have to follow you for you to be successful and prospering in your purpose, my dear, okay? It can come in the form of financial abundance, of wealth accumulation, your flourishing friendships, and your thriving relationships. Okay, my dear? So when we talk about the woman, the Proverbs 31 woman, the virtuous woman, she is prosperous because everything she touches, you know what I mean, has the holy touch. Okay, she has the prosperous touch. Everything she touches prospers. Okay, I came up with this little slogan. So, you know, in the Bible it says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Well, I'm thinking, if evil things aren't going to prosper, why can't positive things prosper? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we hope for positive things to prosper in our life? Not just money, okay? But if evil things aren't going to prosper, if those weapons aren't even going to form, then how can we get positive things to prosper, to thrive, you know, to be the dominant default energy in our lives? So this video is absolutely going to address kingdom principles as it relates to prosperity and financial wealth and abundance, but it is not a get rich quick or like how to turn a profit in the kingdom or in the earth or anything, okay? We need to realize that the kingdom of heaven doesn't need our money, okay? We're not here to, send dollars and cents upward, or we're not here to give God, everything that we earn. First of all, we are given things. We are merely managers of the resources He's given to us. He's blessed us and entrusted in our care. And heaven does not need our currency, because money is not the currency of the kingdom. It's faith, my dear. Faith, fasting, and favor are the currency of the kingdom, okay? God rewards faith. He rewards obedience. He rewards sometimes sacrifice, okay? But mostly obedience, faith, your ability to fast and tune into the Spirit will be rewarded, okay? So we are really looking at how to turn our faith principles into our provision here on earth to get us to where the Lord has called us to be, okay? Wherever the Lord is guiding you, He is absolutely going to provide for you. That's not a question. So that's why I started the video with, y'all are asking the wrong questions. Perhaps y'all are asking the wrong questions when it comes to making money or making a living, okay? If you are a woman of faith and you are struggling in this area, girlfriend, switch the narrative, okay? We're here to switch the narrative. We're no longer going to ask, oh, how can I secure a job? No. How can I secure my identity? Okay. And then my gifts, my unlocked gifts will make room for me. Okay, my dear? That is how we shift the narrative, the mindset shift about how we can begin walking in purpose profitably. Okay. Very excited about these themes because this has absolutely become something that I have learned, honed, practiced, lived, and now I get to teach you all about it. And it's part of our beautiful Virtuous Woman study, okay? We've absolutely been using the Proverbs 31 woman as our guide, as our encouragement, as the blueprint, as everything. Sis had it going on, okay? Sister was doing things. She understood the assignment. And so we are following in her footsteps, okay? On the note of kingdom principles, the kingdom principle around financial prosperity involving so much more than just money, I believe love is a generational wealth that no one is investing in. Can I just throw that in there? Which is why I think prosperity and abundance encompasses so much more than just money, okay? What are you investing in? Who are you investing in, okay? How are you investing your time and your resources into the people around you, into the people in your inner gate, my dear, okay? That is prosperity. Having people around you flourishing, having your relationships thriving and being an asset to you and not a liability, okay? Where you are an asset to the people around you and not a liability, my dear, okay? It is so important that we learn love, learning to love like Christ loved us is a form of investing in people, investing in yourself, okay? Investing in this beautiful temple that the Lord has blessed you with, investing in the relationships and the divine connections He's put on your path, okay, my dear? So when I say prosperity is all encompassing, and that this is not necessarily a video specifically about money, it will absolutely involve the resources in the form of people, connections, purpose, like all the things, okay, girlfriend? So let's start with our first kingdom principle that a woman of virtue is well aware of, and these are definitely, it's on an exhaustive list. But let's get into our top 3. So a woman of virtue, she has faith in God as her ultimate provider, but she is not afraid to do the works, okay? Faith plus works, that's something we've definitely been talking about on this channel. Faith plus works is the equation for kingdom success, for spiritual success, for physical, visible, tangible success. Okay, you have the faith, but you got to put it to work, my dear, okay? It's impossible to please God without faith. Remember, we said that's one of the currencies of the kingdom. You believe He is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. We got to put that into action, my dear. Has the Lord been telling you something and you have not been putting that to work? You have not been walking out what He's been telling you? Has the Lord given you a vision and you've chosen to ignore it, okay? How can you be prosperous in the way that the Lord promises that His children will be prosperous if you are not putting in the works, girlfriend, if you are not doing the things He's called you to do, if you are not stepping out on faith, okay? Taking that leap of faith, doing things that you've never done before, allowing Him to provide for you when you can't see left from right, can't see the forest from the trees. Something that we have definitely not exhausted, but definitely hashed out on my channel is the concept or the dangers of being a woman of lazy faith. It is not the time to be a woman of lazy faith, dragging your feet on literal time sensitive assignments, on things that the Lord has told you to do. Seasons ago, he told you to get your life together, girl. And you keep wondering why you are facing stagnation, why you are facing the things that you are facing while your life seems to be on a cycle of repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Okay? We have got to step out. We've got to get to a place where our faith is put to work every single day. We take her to the gym every day, okay? So a woman of virtue, she knows these things. She knows that the Lord is her divine provider, but she knows she has to partner with him to see that provision manifest, okay? There are seasons you may be experiencing manna. You are literally waiting every day for your daily bread, and the Lord is not going to disappoint you. But then there are also seasons where you're going to have to really get in there, girl, get into the weeds and really work the thing he has called you to do. So, for example, this channel, okay, he gave me a vision for the next X amount of years of my life, the next season of my life. The Lord gave me a vision. Definitely check that video out if you haven't, on the importance, the magnitude of divine vision. He gave me a vision and he said, my daughter, get to work. Of course, I had no idea what that meant. And so I asked him for more, give me more, Lord, what we doing? Like, what you mean, get to work? And that's where the works come in. I have faith that this is the vision he wants me to realize in the earth. But I have got to do something every day to make that vision happen, to make it a reality and not just a dream. In order to see prosperity in this earth, my dear, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to building, to profiting, okay, to walking in alignment, you got to have the works, girlfriend. You got to believe, but you also got to grind. You got to hustle. You got to put some action behind your beliefs, okay? And that's a concept I really want you all to grasp and begin to walk in, because this is where you will begin to see the prosperity, okay? The Lord will reward your obedience. He will reward your diligence, your discipline, okay? Your perseverance, my God. On the first live that I did last Thursday, yes, Healed Woman will be doing lives on Instagram, and of course I will post that content to YouTube and Facebook so you can catch the lives anywhere, girlfriend. I spoke about the top 5 lessons learned in my first year of ministry, and one of them was perseverance, okay? You are going to have to get some or find some or pray for some grit, okay? Pray for some grit and the stick with itness and the ability to endure along this journey, okay? Whatever he has called you to is going to require perseverance. It's going to require a new level of you that you've never seen before, and that's where the works come in. And the more you practice it, girlfriend, you will become perfect. You'll become perfect. I mean, perfection is not the goal. Progress is. But could you imagine walking in your power, doing the things the Lord told you to do a year ago? You didn't know how to start, and now look at you, blooming and blossoming, after having been disciplined, okay? So absolutely grasp that concept. A woman of virtue, she has the faith plus work. She has that equation down, and she realizes that is the optimal equation for seeing anything to prosperity, for prospering anything in this land. Okay, my dear? Our second point, a woman of virtue, she not only prospers, but she leverages that prosperity in every area of her life. To leverage is to take advantage of, okay? To make better, to improve, okay? You have assets, you leverage them. You have an income, you leverage that income. You have additional income and investments, you leverage that, okay? You make it better, you improve upon it, okay? It is making not something out of nothing, but it is taking what you already have and making it better, okay? So the money that you have in this season, the resources, the connections, okay? Remember, it's not just about money. The connections that you have, the people, your Rolodex, okay? Your contact list. How are you leveraging your connections in this season? How are you leveraging who you know, the power of who you know, to be able to carry out the assignment God's given you, okay, my dear? It is so important that you realize how you can begin to utilize what's already in your corner, what's already in your hands, okay? Sometimes you're going to start in a season where you literally just have the clothes on your back, what's in your hand, like your daily bread, okay? Daily bread. Your girlfriend knows all about that, okay? I started with what was in my hands. I did not physically invest in Healed Woman until 6 months later. I mean, getting equipment to be able to speak to y'all, like a mic and lights and all that jazz, okay? I started with what was in my hands. Were my videos great quality? I mean, y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. But I started. I leveraged with what I had. I had a story, I had an experience, and I had the vision from the Holy Spirit to share that story and experience with my sisters. And I started. I started, girlfriend. Okay, so what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on to leverage what you already have? Okay, so when we say you are leveraging, how are you stewarding? How are you utilizing the resources in your possession? Okay, we know in Proverbs 31 she was rising early and doing all these things from far off lands and making sure her family was well taken care of, and she did not eat the bread of idleness. Okay, she was a woman like not constantly busy but productive. She was productive. She was utilizing her time, her energy, like her skills, okay, her skills, her time, her connections, okay. Remember, she was married to a prominent man, okay. She was married, she had a family, she didn't have time to be a woman of lazy faith. She leveraged her time, her faith, okay, her abilities, the things the Lord blessed her with, she made them better, she improved, she provided for her household, okay. If you want to see things prosper, my dear, you've got to use what you have and make it better, okay. That's what I'm trying to say. How can you improve upon what you already have? How can you maximize the time that you already have? Okay, we all get 24 hours. How are you using those hours? How are you using that time? Okay, I feel like my hair looks a little wild today. How are you maximizing on what you already have? Okay, how are you being honest with the resources God has given you? That's another key too. Okay, not just seeking to prosper, so you're cutting people off, okay, ripping people off or undermining people, being dishonest. We're not being dishonest, okay. We are fairly, justly, lovingly leveraging things within our gates, leveraging our resources, okay. We're not cutting, we are not taking away time from our family or from our loved ones to be able to scale a business just so that we can hit a certain milestone in a certain amount of time, okay? We realize that everything, we have to dedicate time and our attention to everything, maybe not equally, but proportionately, okay? So we are not ripping off our family so that we can pursue our business and neglecting our family. We're not neglecting our family, not neglecting our friends, loved ones. I understand purpose puts blinders, okay? Purpose absolutely has you like this to where you just need to focus on what's in front of you. But you still got to make time to live your life, girlfriend, okay? I know you have goals and the vision God gave you, but you still got to breathe. You got to live, okay? You got to experience things. Even in the building, even in the becoming, okay? And that is another proponent of stewarding wisely over what is already in your gates, in your possessions, okay? And that can also go to relationships, okay? How are you managing the time and the investment that you are putting into the relationships around you, okay? How are you maximizing the people that you already have? I mean, maximizing sounds like such a business term. How are you investing in the people that are already in your corner, okay? We do not want to neglect them on our path to prosperity. We do not want to forget about them or not help them elevate with us as we level up, okay? As virtuous women, we care about the people in our community. How are you helping? How are you being an asset to the people around you? That's also being prosperous. Remember what we said? Love is a generational wealth that people are not investing in, okay? How can you pour more love into the people around you? How can you be the change you wish to see, my dear, okay? How can you be the investment of love and start generating that in your family and your lineage, okay, my dear? And these are all things to think about because this is how we leverage. This is how we make things better, improve upon what's already around us. This is not to include counterfeits and distractions. We know this, okay? Virtuous women, we don't even dwell in those spaces, remember? We have spoken about leveling up, okay, raising the price of what it costs to access you. So we're talking about pouring into people who are going to pour into us, okay? We're talking about reciprocal, mutual, okay? Your dealings, your investments, your deposits of time are mutually beneficial. You're not just giving. You are receiving. It is a give and a receive, a give and a receive, okay? Everything that you do will prosper once you get these principles down, once you understand how the kingdom works, my dear, okay? And it's not even something that you're going to have to force. It's not even something that you're going to have to force. It will come naturally once you start implementing these principles. In order to leverage well, you've got to be disciplined, girlfriend. You've got to have a routine. You have to have a schedule, okay? You have to take care of yourself, temple care, okay? That's my way of referring to eating well, working out, investing in your appearance, keeping up your appearance, okay, girlfriend? It looks different for everyone, but everyone's got to do it. You got to upkeep. Physical maintenance, okay, girlfriend? These are all vital parts of being a disciplined, prosperous woman of faith. And that is honestly my desire, that we reach the level of just intrinsic prosperity that the Lord already promised us. He already promised us this in His Word. He has an expected end. We just have to realize that expected end and work toward it, okay? And this is how you get there, in the daily, in the discipline, and in our third point, which is the virtuous woman realizes the importance of purpose. And she is dedicated to pursuing her. If you notice, I called purpose a she, a woman, okay? If purpose is a she, well, purpose is a she because we are absolutely pursuing her, okay? Purpose is absolutely female because we are in the business of pursuing her, okay? I know that's a little bit more of a relationship, like a nod toward a relationship in terms of men kind of being on the pursuing purpose, pursuing women, come on, pursuing the wife, the woman God has for them. But ladies, we are also called to pursue purpose. We have a purpose outside of being in a relationship or being a parent, okay? Which is why it is so important that you understand how vital, imperative it is to pursue purpose with everything you've got, girlfriend. Purpose is your literal existence for being here. It is what you were created to do. It is attached to who you are. It's not who you are, but is attached. It's a result of who you are. Remember, our identity comes from above. We receive that vertically, and then it dictates who we are, what we do, how we make a living, who we marry, okay, who we enter into a marital covenant with, okay, my dear? Purpose unlocks so many things. And you know what another thing that purpose unlocks outside of your activity, the things that you'll be doing in the day-to-day, your profitability, how your gifts will make room for you, your purpose partner, who you are put on this earth to walk in alignment and union with, marital union. Purpose also unlocks prosperity, my girlfriend, my dear. Purpose unlocks prosperity, okay? Being able to steward well, be disciplined, understand that faith plus works is the equation, and pursuing purpose diligently and intentionally, this is how you will begin to embody the prosperous life. This is when you are in the mode where everything you touch prospers because you are literally walking in alignment with who the Lord created you to be, what He wanted you to do, who He wants you to partner with. My goodness. Could you imagine how powerful it is to walk in alignment with everything the Lord has for you? There's no way you will fail. There's no way, there's just no way you will fail. Nothing will form, no weapons formed, will prosper, because you will literally be walking on the path created just for you, my dear, okay? So by pursuing purpose, by unlocking who God created you to be and what He wanted you to do on this earth, you are one step closer to that prosperity we spoke about. Remember, not just financial, okay? Just relational prosperity, being aligned with a purpose partner and not a counterfeit, okay? Business prosperity, where all of your dealings are mutually beneficial, okay? Where you're in business to serve and you get served at the same time, not in terms of you're served court papers, okay? You are poured into as well. I realized that was an interesting reference. You've been served. No, not like a judge court case. Where you are poured into as much as you are pouring out to others, where you are a blessing to others as much as you are blessed to receive, okay? literally walking in this beautiful alignment is, to me, what prosperity is. Where, girlfriend, you got the golden touch. You understand? It's just, it's just doing the works at that point. It comes second nature. You got the machine geared up and you're just coasting in your prosperity, okay? And these are guiding principles from the kingdom, from literally the Bible, about how you can begin to walk in the most prosperous season of your life, period of your life, okay? How you can begin to really live the way the Lord desires for you to live, girlfriend, okay? And that is my hope. That is my desire. That is what virtuous women aspire to embody, to live. That's how we conduct our life. And it's just such a beautiful life, okay? Once you understand what you are put on this earth to do, okay, and you start to do it well, you start to do it diligently, dedicated, you just start to do it faithfully, all of your actions rather, will align accordingly, okay, my dear, and you will begin to unlock levels you never even knew were possible. Okay, so I actually want to throw in a bonus principle for you all. So we covered 3 major principles that I think really cement the idea or the concept of prosperity for women of faith, but I'll throw in a bonus one for you all. So although the Proverbs 31 woman, the example of the woman in Proverbs 31, she was a married woman, prosperity actually applies to men and women, single or married, okay? You can absolutely walk in your unlocked state of mind, okay, in your elevated state of mind as a king or a queen, walking in their abundance and their prosperity, in their blessing, okay? And you don't have to be married to do that necessarily, or you don't have to be just a woman to do that necessarily, okay? Prosperity is about maximizing your time, maximizing your investments, okay? Leveraging the resources you already have access to, okay? It's all about just becoming better, a better steward, a better time manager. Less procrastination, more productivity, okay? It's just about really pursuing the things that the Lord places on your heart and that are, part of your faith journey, okay? So it's not just limited to the Proverbs 31 woman or the virtuous woman. It is about people who are interested in elevating their mind, okay? Married, single, dating, engaged, man or woman, we can all embody and activate the prosperous life once we just nail these 3 principles and just continue to seek the Holy Spirit for guidance and instruction, okay? You don't need a king to flourish as a queen, okay? You already are a queen, whether you're single or married, okay? And you can absolutely prosper in your singlehood as well as in your marriagehood. Let me know if that's a word. Let me know if that's a real word. So I hope you all enjoyed these principles. I also hope you enjoyed the Virtuous Women study. Please do let me know how you all found this study. It was definitely the longest running series I have on my channel, but it was so beautiful being able to study and pull apart all the things that set us apart as women of faith, women of extraordinary faith, worth, and valor. My dear, my prayer is that you begin to embody, really step into, just take on the full role of being a virtuous woman, a woman who aspires to be all that God created her to be, and watch how your life will transform, girlfriend. It's going to turn off, not overnight, okay? It's not going to turn off overnight, but my God, you will be surprised at how your life just begins to transform in the most beautiful way when you partner with God, give him your unwavering yes, and participate in the process he has for you for your becoming. So how do I end this series? My goodness, let me know how you all received the study. Let me know what you would like to see for the month of September and beyond. We are entering into a very interesting second half of the year, or we rather are in a very interesting second half of the year, which means I gotta come swinging out the gate. I gotta step out of the gate swinging with content to make sure that I am right, neck and neck with what you all are currently facing. So do let me know what you would like to see. And as always, I will see you in my next video. So stay blessed, my beautiful sister.